Talentless. This is nothing but a detestable smear of color.
The rip sliced through the room, and a sea of young faces turned, some smirking, most afraid.
I woke up early every morning to paint, and she tore it like garbage. Why does she hate me so much?
What have you done? That's my son's painting. You can't just destroy it.
I can, and I did. Your boy has no talent. This showcase is for serious students, not daydreamers.
He's 10. You crushed him in front of everyone. What kind of teacher are you?
A teacher who protects excellence. Get out, or I'll have you removed. Your son is a lost cause.
Dad, it's okay. I am used to it. Can we please just go home?
He's learning his lesson. Next time, don't embarrass your family with such mediocre work.
Naoki gathered the tattered remains, his jaw set. The teacher's laughter faded down the hall, but inside him, a quiet, dangerous determination took root. The bell rang and students scattered. Naoki waited until the hallway emptied, then stepped toward the classroom door, the torn fragments still clutched in his hand.
You are still here? Let me be clear. If you make a fuss, I'll ensure Kai never passes another art class. His record will label him unteachable.
You can't destroy his future. He's a 10-year-old who poured his soul onto that canvas.
Soul doesn't earn you a spot, loser. Only real artists get on that wall. Right, Mom?
My Yuto understands discipline. That's why Miss Mimura selected his work. Some families just don't have the proper guidance.
What's the point? I'll never pick up a brush again. They just destroy everything I make.
Naoki's hands trembled. He had no power here. No allies, no witnesses, just a broken canvas and a sobbing child.
Now get out of here before I call security. You are disrupting a school event.
We aren't giving up, Kai. I swear to you, we'll find a way to show them who you really are.
But in the grip of that silent hallway, his promise felt as fragile as the torn canvas in his pocket. The next morning, Naoki sat stiff-backed in Principal Tanaka's office, the torn canvas pieces tucked into a folder on his lap.
Mr. Sato, I've reviewed the incident. Miss Himura says your son's disruptive behavior and substandard work left her no choice.
She ripped his painting apart in front of the entire class. Mocked him. That's not discipline. It's cruelty.
She has 20 years of excellence in this school. Her judgment on artistic merit is final. Your son, unfortunately, didn't meet the mark.
You haven't even seen it. The colors, the emotion, it was extraordinary. Any real artist would see that.
I trust Miss Himura's professional opinion. There's nothing further I can do. I suggest you let this go, Mr. Sato.
He won't even look at the evidence. The whole system is rigged to protect her.
Now I have a school to run. Security will see you out. Good day.
Naoki rose in silence, his jaw clamped so tight it ached. The folder of torn canvas felt heavier than stone. The door clicked shut, sealing the last official path. No one would listen. No one cared. Naoki returned home to a silent apartment. A sliver of lamplight spilled from Kai's room down the hall. He pushed the door open and froze. Every wall was covered with paintings, breathtaking and alive.
Kai, all of these are yours?
Please don't tell anyone. She'll destroy everything I have left.
Your mother painted with the same fire. She'd be so proud, Kai.
Mom would have liked it. She said to paint how I feel, so I did it for her.
Naoki pulled him close, his throat tight. The photo of his wife watched them, silent and steady.
I won't let them break him. I swear. I'll find a way to show the world.
Kai drifted off, clutching a brush. Naoki tucked a blanket around him and studied the secret gallery. That night, in the glow of his son's art, Naoki made a quiet vow, a battle no one else would see, but one he could not lose. Morning light filled the classroom, but the air was thick with tension. The showcase was only days away.
Kai, since you clearly lack vision, you'll do a simple fruit bowl. No abstracts, No excuses.
A fruit bowl? Even my baby sister could do that. Maybe he can handle it this time.
Miss Himura, I trust Yuto's piece will receive the recognition it deserves. Our family expects top honors.
Of course, Mrs. Sato. Yuto's disciplined approach is exactly what this school rewards.
Naoki stood just inside the door, unnoticed, his hands curling into fists at his sides.
This isn't a classroom. It's an auction block, and they're selling off childhoods to the highest bidder.
Later, during a quiet moment, Kai furtively sketched what he had lost, a ghost of his destroyed vision.
They can break it, but they can't take it away completely. This is still mine.
Naoki saw the tiny sketch and understood. The fire hadn't died. It just burned in secret. The last bell had rung and the hallway emptied. Naoki approached the classroom to collect Kai when he heard two voices in a nearby office, sharp, conspiratorial.
That Sato man is a nuisance. I'll make sure his boy is so humiliated at the showcase, he'll withdraw from art permanently.
Good. My Yuto deserves all the attention. After all, our donation funds this program. You know what to do.
Don't worry, it's like last year. That scholarship student complained, but they had no proof. No one will believe a child.
Naoki pressed record on his phone, holding his breath as the device silently captured every word. The recording captured a conspiracy to crush a child and a chilling hint of past victims.
Once his son breaks, that father won't be a problem. Poor families always crumble under pressure.
Naoki backed away, the phone still recording, his heart pounding with both fear and furious hope.
A pattern. Last year's incident. Someone else suffered too. This is bigger than just us.
He had the ammunition, but one recording wasn't enough to dismantle a protected teacher. He needed a witness. That evening, Naoki spread the torn canvas fragments across the living room floor, a shattered puzzle demanding to be solved.
Every piece has a home. I just need to find where they belong.
Piece by piece, he realigned the jagged edges, driven by a desperate need to see what his son had truly created. When the final shard locked into place, Naoki stumbled backward, thunderstruck. The image blazed with emotional ferocity.
It's breathtaking. How could anyone call this talentless? This is a masterpiece.
He captured the image on his phone, preserving proof of a genius that had been almost wiped away forever.
Now I need to find the one who suffered before. That student from last year's incident, they might be the key.
He typed Himura art teacher complaint scholarship student into a search engine, his heart hammering against his ribs. The screen flickered with a single result, a local news article dated last spring, a withdrawn scholarship student's family, citing unfair treatment. He saved the name and contact information, a fragile thread connecting him to a possible ally. The real hunt had begun. Naoki called the number from the article. A hesitant young voice answered, agreeing to meet at a quiet cafe the next day. In a corner booth, Haru stared at his coffee, his voice raw as he began to speak.
She told me I was a fraud every day. My art wasn't refined enough for her. Then one afternoon, she tore my scholarship portfolio in front of the board.
Naoki's jaw tightened. He recognized the familiar cruelty in every word.
They ruled against me, said I was unstable. I lost my scholarship, my confidence. I haven't painted since.
Naoki slid his phone across the table, the recording of Miss Himura's conspiracy filling the air.
That's her. That's exactly what she did to me. She destroyed me, and the school protected her.
She's trying to do it again to my son. I need your help. Will you testify if it goes public?
I've been silent too long. If I can stop it happening to another kid, I'll do it. I'll write it all down right now.
Haru penned 4 pages of testimony, detailing dates and conversations. Naoki finally had a weapon to aim at the injustice. The day of the showcase arrived, and the school buzzed with excitement. A banner announced the guest judge, renowned curator Miss Aoyama.
A real curator with no ties to the school. If she sees Kai's truth, everything changes.
Miss Himura greeted the curator with practiced charm, all smiles at the school entrance.
Welcome, Miss Aoyama. I am sure you'll be impressed by our disciplined students' work.
Dad, I don't want to go. Everyone will laugh at me again. Please, can we just leave?
I know you are scared. But if we run now, they win. We'll face this together. I promised I wouldn't let them break you. I'll approach her after the opening ceremony. Show her the photo, the testimony. This is our one chance.
The gymnasium transformed into a gallery, rows of easels under bright lights. The stage was set for triumph or disaster.
Students, after the guest judge's introduction, you will present your assigned pieces. Only disciplined execution will be rewarded.
Naoki squeezed his son's shoulder, the folder of evidence heavy in his bag, and steeled himself for the battle ahead. After the ceremony, Naoki spotted Miss Aoyama alone in the hallway and stepped forward.
Mr. Sato, step away from the guest judge immediately, or I'll have security escort you out.
I only wanted to speak with her for a moment. This concerns my son and a grave injustice.
Please forgive this nuisance. He's a disgruntled parent. His son simply isn't talented, so he blames the school.
But the curator's sharp eyes caught a vivid photograph peeking from Naoki's pocket, the reassembled masterpiece.
What is that? I've judged art long enough to sense when something is being concealed.
Miss Himura's face went rigid as Naoki reluctantly produced the photo of Kai's torn but reconstructed painting.
I'll hear more. During the lunch break, in the empty classroom down the hall, just you.
The teacher opened her mouth to object, but the curator's icy expression silenced her. Naoki's heart pounded with cautious hope. A crack had formed in Miss Himura's armor, but the final judgment and the fate of Kai's talent still hung by a thread. At lunch, Naoki slipped into the empty classroom. Miss Aoyama sat waiting, her expression unreadable, the air thick with unspoken questions.
Show me everything. No more half-truths.
This is my son Kai's painting. The teacher ripped it apart and called it Talentless. I pieced it back together.
Extraordinary. The color refraction, the spatial tension. This is the work of a self-taught prodigy. How could anyone destroy this?
Naoki pressed play on his phone. The teacher's venom filled the room, the conspiracy, the contempt for poor families, the reference to last year's victim.
Poor families always crumble. That is indefensible. I've heard rumors about this school's program, but I never had direct testimony. Last year, a scholarship student's family filed a complaint, but it vanished. I suspect it was intentionally buried by the board to protect the teacher. I need to meet the boy, Kai. If his talent matches what I suspect, I will not let this stand.
He's terrified. But if you see his other work, I'll bring him after the showcase judging.
The curator nodded slowly, and for the first time, Naoki felt the weight of injustice begin to shift. But the enemy was still strong, and the final reckoning was yet to come. Miss Aoyama knelt, her voice gentle, and asked Kai to show her his secret gallery.
I saw your photo. Now show me the real thing. All the art you hid because they made you afraid.
Kai's hands shook, but he opened the sketchbook, revealing landscapes that seemed to breathe and colors that told stories.
This is not learned. This is innate. You paint with the soul of a master.
I just paint what I see inside. My mom said that's what real artists do.
The curator straightened, locking eyes with Naoki. Her whisper was sharp with recognition.
I've encountered this before. A teacher who crushes gifted poor students to keep wealthy, mediocre ones on top.
She held up her phone, displaying a report from another school where similar tactics had been used to ruin lives.
Tonight, Kai will paint live on stage. No pre-assigned piece. Just his true art, before everyone. The teacher will be exposed.
Naoki gripped Kai's hand. The trap was set. If they failed, the humiliation would be final. But if they succeeded, once the curator left, Naoki knelt beside Kai in the empty hallway, his voice low and urgent.
Kai, tonight on that stage, you are not painting their assignment. You are painting from your soul, just like you did at home.
But Dad, she'll destroy me. She'll call it cheating or say I copied. I can't face that again.
I know. I am scared too. But your mom once told me that art is the truest thing we have. She never hid her colors, neither should you.
Mom's colors. She said to paint how I feel, even if it's scary. Okay, for her. I'll paint what's inside. Even if my hands shake, I won't stop.
Elsewhere, Miss Himura gathered a knot of favored students and parents, her voice dripping with false concern.
I've heard troubling rumors about cheating tonight. Keep an eye on Kai Sato. Someone that untalented might resort to anything.
The rumor slithered through the backstage. Kai heard his name and the word cheater, and his newfound courage flickered.
Let them whisper. Your truth will shout louder than any lie. We stand together tonight, no matter what.
The gymnasium lights dimmed, the stage aglow with a single spotlight. The annual showcase had begun, every seat taken by expectant parents and teachers.
Tonight, we honor excellence. Only the most disciplined art, selected by my expert eye, will grace this stage.
Polite applause followed, but many eyes stole toward the empty easel at the end of the row, the last slot reserved for a student no one seemed to expect.
This is order and light. It represents the discipline my mother and Miss Himura taught me, the only real foundation for art.
He's been painting since he was 4. Real dedication, not like some who just splash colors around.
Exquisite, Yuto. A flawless execution of technique. This is the standard we reward here.
Miss Aoyama sat stiffly at the judge's table. Her pen remained motionless, her gaze unreadable, but her attention seemed fixed on the empty easel. Backstage, Kai's name was called last. Whispers curled around him. The no-talent boy, and he clutched his paint smock, heart crashing against his ribs.
The spotlight's so bright. The canvas is empty. What if I freeze and prove them all right?
I remember. Love. Paint the truth. Watch over him tonight.
Kai stepped into the blinding spotlight. The blank canvas loomed before him, and the silence felt heavier than any insult.
Well, Kai, the stage is all yours. Show everyone why you belong in the remedial class.
A few snickers broke the silence. Miss Himura's thin smile widened, but Kai stood frozen, heart hammering.
Don't freeze. Remember Mom's voice. She said to paint how I feel, even when it's scary.
Kai! Paint what's real. Paint everything she tried to destroy. I believe in you.
The crowd stirred, but Miss Aoyama, from the judge's table, gave a single slow nod, the signal. Kai heard his father's voice through the noise. His trembling hand reached for the brush, knuckles white.
For Mom. For Dad. For every piece she tore, I'll make something she can't destroy.
The first stroke was hesitant, a soft curve of midnight blue, but it was real, and it was his. The whispers died. Even the skeptical parents leaned forward as the boy began to move, his brush finding a quiet, unstoppable rhythm. The midnight blue exploded into fiery orange and tender rose. Kai's brush moved in arcs and stabs, as if his heart guided every stroke. Silence deepened into something rare, a suspended enchantment. Parents who had snickered now forgot to breathe.
This is an outrage. He's not following the assigned format. I am calling security to clear the stage.
But Miss Aoyama rose from the judge's table without a word, her raised palm a wall that froze the teacher in place.
This is the sunrise after the storm. The pieces she broke, I am stitching together with paint.
His hands blurred, layering cadmium light over shadowed wreckage, dark shards on the left yielding to gleaming hope on the right. The final stroke, a sliver of gold across the horizon, seemed to ignite the entire piece, and Kai stepped back, chest heaving. The gymnasium held its breath. Even the squeak of a shoe on the polished floor sounded like a gunshot in the vacuum.
That's impossible. He can't be this good. This must be a trick.
Before anyone could move, The painting stood testament, a shattered world reborn in color. But its meaning, like the teacher's fate, hung suspended in the thickening air. A single clap shattered the silence. Miss Aoyama rose, applauding as she strode toward the stage, her eyes locked on Kai's painting.
This is not a child's random color. I've curated global exhibitions, and this work belongs among them.
She lifted the canvas from the easel and held it high, the spotlight blazing through the layers of paint.
These complementary contrasts, a trained eye would envy them. The broken landscape rising into light. No copyist could achieve this, and you called him talentless. Explain yourself, Miss Himura.
This is a stunt, a disruption. The boy has no foundation. His father obviously orchestrated this.
She's cornered. The truth is finally piercing her armor. Hold on, Kai.
Mrs. Sato gathered her purse, her son's smugness replaced by pale confusion. The wealthy patrons shifted uncomfortably.
I've uncovered similar cases at other schools. Talented students silenced while mediocre ones thrived. This ends tonight.
Miss Himura's face contorted from arrogance to terror. The trap had sprung, but the final reckoning was not yet upon her.
It's a lie. He's never produced anything like this. The father must have painted it before the show.
Naoki walked onto the stage, his phone held high, and tapped the screen. That Sato man is a nuisance. I'll make sure his boy is so humiliated he'll withdraw from art permanently. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Mrs. Sato's face drained of color as her own voice followed.
She did it to me too. My name is Haru Tanaka. She destroyed my scholarship. My art in the school buried it. I have a written testimony.
And this is not an isolated case. I have documentation from 3 other students across 2 schools, all silenced by Miss Himura, all gifted, all poor.
It's over. Every lie, every broken child, it's all coming out now.
A single clap became a roar. Strangers rose to their feet, not for wealth or status, but for the truth they had just witnessed.
Dad, we did it. They finally see the real me.
The teacher sat frozen, her empire of privilege crumbling to dust. Justice, so long delayed, had finally been dragged into the light. Principal Tanaka climbed the stage steps, his usual sternness replaced by a pallor of shame.
Mr. Sato, Kai, I owe you more than an apology. Miss Himura's career here ends tonight. Effective immediately, she is suspended pending a full investigation of all allegations.
He's apologizing to us. Dad, we really did it.
Chai, the art world needs vision like yours. I'll sponsor your mentorship, and next month, your piece will hang in my gallery's youth showcase.
You mean I get to paint for real? In a real gallery?
Kai didn't wait. He hugged his father, burying his face in Naoki's chest, shoulders shaking with silent sobs of release. At the back, Mrs. Sato pulled Yuto by the arm. His swagger had evaporated, leaving only a hollow, frightened expression.
If he's a genius, what am I? I was supposed to be the best.
Mrs. Sato raised her chin, but her white-knuckled grip on her son's sleeve betrayed the crumbling of her world. The gymnasium hummed with murmured wonder, not for gold or status, but for a truth that had finally been set free. The apartment was still and warm, the only light spilling from a lamp by the couch on the wall above. Kai's torn painting hung repaired, the seams faint but visible, like healed scars. Kai was curled on the sofa, in his paint smock, a ghost of a smile lingering on his lips.
He's finally at peace. No nightmares, no fear. Just dreaming of colors.
Naoki pulled out his phone, the photo he'd saved of the torn, shattered pieces. He stared at it, letting the memory of that desperate night wash over him.
I almost gave up. If I had, this wall would still be empty.
He traced the line of the painting's scene with his finger, a testament to broken things made whole. He tucked the blanket around Kai and switched off the lamp, leaving only the painting's glow. In the quiet, the boy's masterpiece stood sentinel, proof that even destruction can be the beginning of something beautiful. Weeks later, the gallery hummed with soft jazz and murmured admiration. A golden spotlight lit the centerpiece, Kai's painting whole and radiant.
What you see tonight is not just a painting. It is resilience. It is a child's refusal to be broken by those who feared his talent. I present to you the young artist Kai Sato and his masterpiece.
Applause filled the room. Kai stood beside his creation, straight-backed for the first time, a quiet smile breaking through his nerves.
They're clapping for my colors. The same ones she tore up. Now everyone can see.
From a shadowed corner, Naoki watched, his chest tight with pride and an old familiar ache.
She would have given anything to see this. Every color he painted is a piece of her.
He swiped to the torn image, the one he nearly deleted on the worst night, and a silent tear traced his jaw. Around him, strangers admired the boy's vision, unaware of the battle behind every stroke. But Naoki and Kai knew. And in the silent language of that room, the torn masterpiece had found its true home. After the applause faded, Naoki found Kai by the window, the night cityscape glittering behind him.
I kept this. Do you remember?
The screen glowed with the image of the torn, shattered painting.
That's the night she destroyed it. But you kept it all this time?
I kept it to remind us both. Broken things can still be masterpieces.
Kai's eyes filled, but a smile broke through. The first real smile since that day. They turned together toward the glowing canvas on the gallery wall. The painting pulsed with a light of its own, a sunrise no one could ever tear apart again. In the reflection of the frame, the torn photo still glowed on the phone, a quiet testament to hope. The gallery noise faded. Only the masterpiece remained, and the father and son whole at last.